Liverpool beat Huddersfield by 5-0 to go back on top of the Premier League. 2 goals from Mohamed Salah, 2 goals for Sadio Mane, and a goal inside 1 minute from Naby Keita. Fantastic performance by the Reds. Jurgen Klopp's giving his post-match interview now. We can't hear it, but I'm sure you guys will let us know about it. Brian, look, we're going to read out everybody's comments. We're going to spend this stream talking through them, but usual immediate impressions on that performance from the Reds.
Just bloody nerveless. Like, it's as if there's no pressure on the boys. They know what they have to do in the ground. Like, at any point there was no panic. This is just nerveless stuff.
Footballing pork.
Footballing pork. Yeah.
Right, let's get into your comments. What a night. First one to start off with. Immediately I'm singing. Oh, what a night. Immediately. Tom Bowden, what a night. Up the Reds at SDC. Prez Salah said man of the match. Alex Oxlade, he's always, from now on, every time he plays, he's man of the match. You have to say yeah. Rod, how are we? Oxlade-Chamberlain nearly scored. Everybody. You could hear the entire world wanting Oxlade-Chamberlain to score.
When you went in there.
Oh yeah, you were full on celebrating. Do you know what? It's great to see though. It's lovely to see what it means to people.
Yeah, he's a bit of an outlier in this season because even our own fans are picking on some of our players, but everybody wants him to do brilliantly.
Absolutely. Viva Africa Pool said Connor in our chat because 5 goals scored by 5 players of African descent.
I'm sure we're going to find out tomorrow that that's some kind of crazy record or something.
It is just, it's beautiful to see. Like, I'm still a little bit sad that we didn't get to see a Sadio Mane hat-trick of headers.
Yeah.
That would have been absolutely lovely.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
Robertson and Trent, 8 million fullbacks between them because one came through the youth system. Like, that is just ridiculous. John Irwin says hello to everybody in the chat. How are you, John? Oxlade-Chamberlain was amazing, said Cade. What else we got? Top of the league, great to see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain back, said Douglas James Horn. Liverpool FC, good evening to you, mate. We were class at SDC. I wondered if Oxlade-Chamberlain ever got injured. He looked the part, didn't he, when he came on there tonight?
You could just see how desperate he was to get back out there and do something. Because he wasn't even going to waste a second being out there.
John Coleman, mate, thank you for the super chat. He said, as a United fan, I must say you deserve the lead.
Oh, fair play, man. Fair play.
There's been a couple of United fans, a few Arsenal fans that have popped into the channel and think the same thing. And I'll tell you what, if we don't win it, I'm lost for words. I can't even speak. I'm that upset about the thoughts of it.
But it's something you have to prepare yourself for.
Andy Robertson was my man of the match. Sensational, said Douglas James Horn. First like, and it hasn't even started. Are we talking about the stream? Oh, probably, that's class. Thank you. Look, we're only 4 subscribers away from our net 12,300. This is ridiculous. I can't believe. Mane and Salah were hell bent on stopping. What's this? Sir Claims the lot winning. Oh look, he was never in the contention this season. Aguero is sitting at home now with his bottle of peroxide, trying to rub it all over his shitty haircut, just not knowing what's going on. Are we right in saying now it's 21 for Mo and 20 for Sadio? Is that where we're at with the Golden Boot?
Yeah.
I'm absolutely lost.
Sure we should be, yeah.
Whereas Fabinho, he was on the bench, Sam, rested probably ahead of the Champions League game.
100% rested. The midfield was never going to be as pivotal tonight as it is usually, you know. Definitely we could afford to drop a couple of lads out there.
It was absolutely. I'm watching Jurgen Klopp being interviewed here now. He's all smiles. Kelly Cates is all smiles. Jamie Carragher looks in awe, to be honest with you. He just looks like he wants to go and give.
Oh, Jamie Carragher, why couldn't I play for you?
Can you imagine? He'd have fucking loved him. The attention to detail that Kloppo puts in, he'd have absolutely loved him.
Do you see Carragher switching over to management?
I don't know.
Because it doesn't look like he fancies it to me. It doesn't look like it.
He's probably in a very well paid cushy gig there, to be fair. Yeah. And him and Neville are pretty damn good at their jobs, if we're being honest. Just got back from the game. Easy win, bring on Barca. You must live close to the gap or close to the stadium, Franco, mate. Well in. Hope you enjoyed it, mate. Let me know. Did you see many people with the red beer? I'm really interested to know if many people bought the red Carlsberg, mate, that was on sale from today. It would have been nice if you got the goal, said Gio1. Yeah, but there's some games left. There's still time for him to get it. Be proud regardless, said Pepper Red, which is a beautiful thing to say, mate. Welcome back in. It feels like it's been a while since we've seen Pepper Red.
Yeah, he's very late usually, sometimes late.
But he's right. Be proud of this team. Whatever happens, be proud of this team. I got you 299. There you go. Thank you very much. But please do keep hitting that button.
12-3.
Wow. Thank you. Take my hat off to Huddersfield. They tried very hard, said Paul Ward. We'll play better versus small teams without Bobby. I hate to say it, said Prez Salah.
It's an interesting call.
It is a tough thing to talk about because we can't say that we didn't play fantastic tonight. We can't say that every single player on that pitch didn't play well. I actually think Bobby would have done more than Sturridge, so I think we probably would have been even better.
Yeah, it's hard to benefit of hindsight and all that, but Sturridge really struggled to get involved. He tried really, really hard, but he was always on the periphery, I thought, because that's what happens when you're just not that front three is so tight. When you bring someone new into it, it's not easy.
Thomas Boland said, what a journey we're on together this season. And do you know what, mate? It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to share this with our subscribers.
You couldn't have picked a better year to...
Yeah, we've been very fortunate. We really have been fortunate. I'm not egotistical enough to believe that the 12,000 and odd subscribers that are in here are just here because myself or Connor... Yeah, there's been a wave. There's been a tidal wave of Liverpool love, and it's been great to be able to share that with everybody so far.
Josh Coleman there as a United fan, like you've already read out, but as a United fan, sorry to that just shows you that we are playing the kind of football that just will eventually win people over. You can't, you can hate the shirt, but you've got to love that team.
You can't not love this team, and it was lovely to see. I won't say the reins let off there today, but they certainly had a go. Did Oxlade-Chamberlain come on? Ella, he did. He came on with about 20 to go, is that right? Just under 20?
Yeah. And
nearly scored as well. Brian nearly jizzed his pants here celebrating a goal that didn't happen, but...
Yeah, I went full Meg Ryan on it, no doubt about it. That's one for the older kids.
Were the lads good? I was at the Pats and UCD game, said John Kelly. Yes, mate, it was everything we hoped for. Mustard, yeah. It was everything we hoped for. We hope that they go out there tonight, put in a statement performance, put Huddersfield to the sword. Be very easy to get out of that game 1 or 2-0 and people say there was nerve shown. Not a bit of it. Not a bit of it.
I rarely get anywhere close with scores. But I said 3-0 and anything between 3-0 and 5-0 was realistic. 3-0 was a minimum expectation in a game like that, and the boys just went down, just knocked in 5. Could have been 7.
Could have been. That wouldn't have flattered us.
Mane hit the post, and the one that was up. So 6 definitely could easily been 6.
Mane hit the post. Chambo had his chance, and then Salah went close to the end as well.
Bits and pieces. So yeah, it could have been 6, and it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been a fake score. It's just exactly the kind of professional performance I'm getting used to seeing us put in now. We're beating the teams we should be beating. We're not panicking when we shouldn't panic. We're just doing things the right way. It's about fucking time, to be honest with you.
Huddersfield team seen worshipping Klopp mural on the way home, said Rod. They stopped the little bus there just for a little worship. Sturridge can't shoot, said Prez Salah. Look,
he certainly can, mate.
I would have liked to have seen Danny Sturridge sign off with a goal today, but look, maybe the last day of the season against Wolves, we've got to be respectful of Danny Sturridge. He's had his injury problems, but I think he's tried really well.
Alright, Dave. I refuse to believe your voice is gone, by the way, but yeah.
Oh, mate, I get you. I know what you mean. Voice gone. I've been there, pal, done that. You got to keep ploughing on, though, Dave. You'll get a second voice. Yeah. It'll come from somewhere. One deep down that you didn't even know existed. Right, what else have we got? I think that was good. It'll be Sturridge's last game for us. Sad to see he didn't have his best game. Mark Kennedy said, shout out to Keita for a great game. He was sensational today.
I was going to give him the man of the match before we had that little burst of goals towards the end. Yeah, Willow Wizard Sturridge is free. He's gone. Yeah,
he's gone on a free at the end. Same with Alberto Moreno. 21 assists for the fullbacks, said Mark Hendley. We're all Burnley fans. Tomorrow, it's Sunday, daily. Sunday at 2 o'clock, the Burnley game. I thought it was tomorrow as well until earlier on. Another clean sheet as well for Alisson, which is 20. Was it Liz or Joanne pointed out it was 20 earlier on?
Yeah.
Craig, did you know that Liverpool owners have invested 257 million since 2008? That's 42% of Liverpool's funds. I don't know.
No.
I don't know what you mean.
I'm going to go no on that one. They've invested a lot more than that.
I don't know what he means with regards to have invested. Are we talking about infrastructure? Are we talking about transfers? What they will do, and I think this is what people need to realise with the owners, is they'll make their profit when they sell up. And they'll make an awful lot of profit. And do you know what? I wouldn't begrudge them a damn penny of it. Not a penny of it. But look, let's not talk about selling the club. Let's not talk about that now. Could have been 7 or 8, said Wool Wizard. Liverpool are doing the double. I have a feeling Burnley are going to take points off City, said Christopher.
I'm with you, Christopher. Oh, that's Christopher McVicker copying the other guy who isn't a mod. So, what? Okay.
I'm delighted to see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain back, said John Irwin.
Totally.
The wind made it lower scoring than otherwise would have been. It did look windy. I was watching Alisson's beard and his hair, and it was moving from side to side in the wind. That's the level of detail.
That's how much attention this man is paying to Alisson's beard.
That's the type of man crush I'm working with.
Don't look at those corner flags. Just focus on Alisson's beard.
Yeah, the direction. Just go up someday and give it a little lick, just like that, just to make sure it's all right. Is that a real beard, Alisson? Who's everybody's man of the match? Douglas James Horn wants to know. He'll start off with Andy Robertson. So there's a good question. Let us know in the chat, who is your man of the match? Love Nabby said Pepper Red. Even Oblak doesn't have 20 clean sheets, said Demolade. Imagine picking up Sturridge on a free in the summer. Fair play to whoever gets him. Yeah, but you know what I mean? We can say free, but I can imagine he'll command a pretty hefty signing on bonus. Yeah. And any player in that position would. I'm not having to go with Daniel Sturridge. I mean, any player that's on a free.
That's why, like, if a club doesn't offer you a new contract, then you're well within your rights to go out and mine as much out of the rest of your career as possible, because we'd all do it, lads. We'd all do it.
Jason Collins Mannion, thank you for this one, mate. He said Alisson's only the 5th keeper to ever get 20 clean sheets in a Premier League season.
I'd say check De Gea.
Czech had 24. I think they showed that stat earlier on.
Yeah,
something ridiculous like that. Is Origi leaving at the end of the season? I don't know, Evan. I fully believe that the reason we didn't see Origi tonight is that he was being rested just in case Bobby doesn't get back in time for Barcelona, and Klopp didn't want a situation where he might have Firmino out and then possibly Origi picked up a knock tonight and they're up shit creek then.
Yeah, I think the Origi leaving is, if the right offer came in from him, I think he would.
Oh, beautiful comment here. Sorry, Sim. 4 o'clock today, my son was born. 8 o'clock, he watched his first match. What a day for me, mate.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations to you, your partner, your beautiful new son, your beautiful new Red, I should say, because he's obviously a Red. He's hooked already after that. Yeah. I mean, lots of love to you, Sim, mate. That is a beautiful story, mate, and thank you for sharing it with us. I love good news.
Born just in time as well.
Absolutely, just in time to see number 6, perhaps.
Yeah, he's a very considerate child already. So yeah, best of luck with him. Let us know what his name is if you can.
Yeah, absolutely, Sim. Please do let us know what you decide to name him. We're the real thing, said John Lyons. We fucking absolutely are, pal. You were 100% certain on that one. Oxlade-Chamberlain's man of the match, 1 assist, 2 goals. Burnley, I think we're just up for Burnley. Pepe Reina got past 20 twice. Yeah, and Pepe Reina was peak. Pepe Reina was class as well.
Pepe Reina got Golden Gloves 3 years in a row under Rafa, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Rafa knew how to set up a team to keep a clean sheet. To be fair,
that man, when you needed
in Europe, away from home, or to see it again,
the absolute master of it.
John Hamilton said Naby man of the match. His control of midfield was great. Tracking back, stopping attacks, and his forward play was brilliant. We're starting to see Naby Keita that we all hope
challenge that played the ball into
Henderson. Yeah, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Robertson man of the match. Is that Enxquilty or Enxquity?
Enxquity, yeah.
Sometimes I feel like a fool here trying to read out usernames.
Make not words, like they're not words. So.
Yes, Origi wants out, said Paul Ward. Well, from last season, and I can only speak from back to last summer, Liverpool were looking to move him on for 20 million.
Yeah, it was definitely that's no secret. That is no secret. And if you knew your club were trying to sell you probably would want that as well.
But you know what? A credit to him, credit to Simon Mignolet. From what you've read and heard, Mignolet has been the pillar of professionalism this season. Yeah. Origi, when he's come on, has made an impact. He's tried. And I love seeing that in players. And you can only ask for that. If a player shows he's professional throughout his entire time with the club, just wish them well if they move on and send them on with your best regards. Can we beat Barcelona? I think the question is, can Barcelona beat us?
Yeah, it's a fair question. I think it's probably the most evenly matched we've been since Pep's time there, maybe.
Absolutely. Even
I'm not
Guardiola was
we're
saying it
even
today.
match, but it's the closest team we have to being able to compete with them. I think we have all the tools. If the little man turns it on, we're screwed. We're screwed if Messi decides he's just going to run the game.
He's not the same Messi though. I think it's fair to say he's not the same Messi. He can still massively influence a game.
Yeah.
But I've seen him having to come deeper and deeper and deeper to get involved in games.
He's playing from a much deeper position, but he's picking up where he plays. He's picking the weak link in the defence that he's playing against. Spends 10 minutes working that out, and then people move around him. I think he can still do it. I think he's still just as dangerous as he ever was, just from a deeper position.
Oxlade-Chamberlain looked so dangerous at Demelade. All the players looked happy except Sturridge. Well, going off, he didn't look happy, but you're never happy as a forward going off, not scoring.
No, especially when you've had one ruled off for offside, and you want to make the difference because you know it's probably your last game at Anfield.
How many of you guys are Irish? Well, both of us. So, Connor is Irish as well.
100% Irish.
Well, October is American.
Oh yeah. And German.
But she'll be baptised Irish when she goes to Taylor Park.
That's what happens. There's a font at the front gate made out of potatoes.
Yeah, bit of potato juice over the head.
Juice.
Don't worry, Liverpool fans. Every season, Burnley have beaten the Premier League, the reigning Premier League champions, which is true. It doesn't mean I'm holding out any hope. Boya, I see you in the chat as well, mate. How are you?
Boya.
Shaqiri has stopped shagging Klopp's wife. It's a bit of an odd comment there to make, mate. I don't think he really was, particularly with the whole Klopp gave when he was coming on.
No, fair play to Klopp for maintaining the relationships with the players, because there's no noise coming off our bench from these lads that aren't getting a game.
See, I disagree with Roberto here, and I suppose in the way I'm disagreeing with you as well. He said Brian is 100% right. If Messi's on it, you're screwed. I don't agree with that, mate. He's one player. He's the best player I've ever seen play football. But he's one player, and he's one player that's the wrong side of 30. I'm not worried about Barcelona and Messi, honestly. I respect the shit out of them, but I'm not worried about them. I've seen enough of them this season to know that there's going to be points in that game where we'll get at them. We'll get at that defence.
Yeah, definitely.
And I back our defence over their defence at this moment in time. I'm really confident going into these two games. Messi won't do shit. We have Van Dijk, said Eddie. Between Salah, Mane and Robbo for man of the and Keita, for man of the match. Messi versus Salah, said Harry. Draw at the new camp, batter them at Anfield, said Gary Johnson.
That would be the plan. Batter, maybe not. But
get an away goal anyway would do rather nicely.
Get a draw over there. Wow,
Give Messi a free kick outside the box and he'll bury it. Nah, he won't. He's got Alisson in goal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it won't be as easy for him as it would be against some other teams, but yeah, we have to be very, very wary.
Will Firmino be fit for Barcelona? Well, Firmino was fit, or Fabinho, excuse me. Yeah. Fabinho is fit. He was on the bench tonight. Firmino, it looks like it was a precaution, but I don't want to give anybody false truths here. I'm just going off what I heard.
Yeah, we don't know for sure. So.
Most of Liverpool are Irish, and Paul Ward. Well, look, there was a lot of immigration, as we know, from Ireland to Liverpool. Craig, assists in the Premier League, 11 guests. Robbo, 11. Trent, 9. The only defenders in the top 16. What a season. What a season. And we keep pointing out, Free and Kevin Stewart. Yeah. That's the cost. 8.5 million.
Basically nothing. In today's money, nothing. Zero. They're not doing anything they can't continue to do either. That's the best thing about them. They're not having crazy insane seasons where everything they're doing is coming off. They're just playing their natural games. So there's no reason why they can't play it.
And they're only going to get better and better and better as well.
25 and 20.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous. Hi guys, fantastic result. Great to see Oxlade-Chamberlain and Gomez back, said Bernadette Farrell. Will Liverpool park the bus?
We don't really know.
Don't do that, mate. No. That's not in our makeup. We might sit a little bit deeper and look to press and catch them on the counter, but I really feel like we need to press Barcelona from the front, because if there's mistakes to be made in that Barcelona team, it's Piqué, it's their defence. Put Busquets under pressure, get him on an early yellow. Anything is possible.
Parking the bus against Barcelona is a poor tactic.
Get up in their faces.
Even if it was something that we had in our locker. The way we do that, I think what he's saying is the way we do that is by going ultra defensive in our midfield three. When we want to be more defensive, we don't park the bus. But we pick a defensive midfield three as opposed to Keita and Henderson and Wijnaldum. We put Fabinho in, we put Henderson in, and Milner in maybe.
Or Wijnaldum. I mean, you can make an argument for any of them.
I think that's the way we go when we do that.
Ella said this is as big a test for Barcelona as it is for Liverpool. Does Robbo not have 12 assists? I don't know. Someone said 11. I'm always going to back somebody else's opinion over mine because I'm useless when it comes to numbers like that.
I'm sure it's we're talking about Premier League as well.
Gulbit said, hi Craig, where would you recommend in Ireland for a holiday with my girlfriend? As Brian said earlier on, mate, anywhere along the coast. The west coast is beautiful. Don't forget about the north as well. I mean, I love going to Belfast.
Depends what time of year you're coming, of course. Don't go to West Coast in February.
Just bring a lot of spending money with you.
Yeah.
Because we're not the cheapest country in the world, I'm not going to lie. When's the next game against the Geordies? Next weekend?
Next weekend, yeah.
Barcelona on Wednesday, and then Spurs. Newcastle away. Barcelona style of play will suit us because they attack and leave spaces for our midfield to feed Salah and Mane. Absolutely. Watching the games against United, I was going, no fear against this Barcelona. Respect, but no fear.
No, it's quarter to 8 kickoff next Saturday.
Quarter to 8? Jesus. Yeah. Another late kickoff for the Reds. They're loving putting us. Oh, that was rescheduled, wasn't it?
Looks like it, yeah.
It was rescheduled. That was supposed to take place on the Sunday, and they rescheduled it because the Champions. They rescheduled Spurs' fixture as well.
They didn't move the other lads' games, even though they have something.
But is there a late night agenda tonight? Yeah, this is it. This is it, Joshua, mate.
You're gone a bit meta there, Josh.
We're faster, stronger, and better than Barcelona. So Paul Ward.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
We're always best high pressing, said Familiar to Billions. Does anybody else see the dead pigeon? Was it a dead pigeon?
I think we can go with that now. We can just assume it was.
There's definitely pictures of that going around social media, whatever it was. What else we got? Roma knocked out Barcelona last year, so they're beatable. They're absolutely beatable. I've just looked at the bench, and Fabinho wasn't on the bench.
Yeah, it was a straight up rest job then.
Was he not on the bench? I don't know. I didn't even remember the bench. I glanced at it once earlier on. Yeah, right. He wasn't. I remember looking through it now. He wasn't on the bench. I haven't heard anything to say he's injured, mate. I know there was talk he was touch and go, but I'd imagine it's just precaution.
Yeah, well, like Barca they have shown like that against PSG, against or not against PSG, against someone the year before against Roma. They can have terrible performances late on in the Champions League when people just expect them to win it. Hopefully it'll be against us. The
Musk Clue said the Naby Chamber combination is going to be a real nuisance. It's going to be fucking beautiful. Both of those two together. Just the pressing, the harrying, the speed, the pace, the power. And they're only going to get better because what Chamberlain's 25, Keita's 22, 23?
Yeah, 22, just turned 23 maybe. It's Chamberlain's enthusiasm and his instant impact tonight was really impressive.
Yeah, he looked like he was mentally prepared as well, which is important.
Like he wasn't in any way unsure. He knew he was fit. He knew he was ready. He wasn't worried about anything. He just tried to play his game. Like I was saying, like a lot of those lads, they just come on and run around for 20 minutes just to get a game. He wasn't interested in that. He wanted to make something happen.
Gavin said, I'm in Sydney, so I missed the build-up. Is Firmino injured? Yes, mate. Apparently he went to Kloppo yesterday and said he felt something in his groin, and as a precaution he was left out for today. You're welcome, mate. He said thanks for the advice. October's in. How are we, October? Great to see you win. My prediction over 2 legs: Barcelona 4, Liverpool 3. Roberto, mate, you're just projecting because you're knocked out with the Champions League, buddy. Come on, give us credit. Your prediction's going to be wrong because we're getting to the final, buddy, and I love you. You know I love you, but we're getting to the fucking final. You're not raining on this parade, pal. Sorry. Something to do with a head injury with Fabinho, says Fabinho to Billions.
Okay, 24. He's older than you think. Okay, thanks.
Is he 24? Google. Get the Google machine out. I thought he was 23. Just checked. Robbo has 11 assists. Not sure if that's before tonight's game. So Christopher. Keita's so fast with his feet, said Bernadette Farrell. Shaqiri was great too. Again, Shaqiri said Albania Kosovo was good. He did look good. He looked sharp when he came on for that ball he played through to Robertson, who rolled it across for Salah's second goal, was exquisite.
He turned 24 in February.
There you go. Well, I mean, I'm a month away, 2 months away. So yeah, look, he is 24, but still young. Still lots of progression. Imagine if Fabinho, Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain midfield, said Ike. We don't have to imagine it. We're going to have
see
it.
that pretty quick or pretty soon. Yeah, that's.
And then Jordan Henderson there as well. I mean, Henderson for me is almost undroppable at the minute.
In a title race, you don't mess around. People like him are what you need. He knows how important it is. He knows how the club want to play. As much as people might not want to hear it, you can't be dropping Henderson.
Right to the wire. It's great we're even back on top. Lady Luck will be with us, said Gary. Barcelona's defence is weak. We just have to be fearless. Mo and Mane need to forget about being heroes. I mean, I don't know why people are assuming that both our fucking forwards hate each other. They love each other and they both want to score. They've scored 41 goals in the league now between them. So, I mean, I love the two of them, to be fair.
That's interesting what the chap is saying there about Ajax. They did that in Holland. You probably heard that. They wanted to give Ajax the week off, but they couldn't have Ajax play a game at the end whenever all the other final day games were playing. So they gave the whole Eredivisie the weekend off just so Ajax can get a day off extra for the Champions League.
Nice.
Like, imagine them doing that in England.
And no Son, no Harry Kane for Spurs in that first leg as well.
I fancy Ajax.
It's going to be interesting. It's becoming rare now to see one of our players have a bad game. That's how good we are, said Bernadette. I thought the referee had a good game, said Kit Kat. Honestly, he must have done, because I don't remember talking about it much.
Exactly.
Whenever you don't talk about the referee, you're spot on. It's a good game. Just back from the match, another Profastic. We're going to go again on that one, Ant. Sorry, mate. Just back from the game, another fantastic performance, and Trent finally has his own chant.
Okay.
Is it the one that Kev wrote?
Definitely, yeah.
Is it the one that Kev wrote?
Kev.
Oh, please, I hope it is. Craig, everybody was good tonight, mate, said Scotty. Can't argue with that. Brian and Missy, the Bulldog Bullies, are saying something is going to happen when it does. Klopp's boys will be waiting to pounce. Exactly.
2 more games. 2 more games.
2 more league games left, that's it. I know, it's nuts, isn't it? Hi Craig, sorry about the power. What's this? The power outage you're winning with 21st birthday tomorrow. Whoop whoop. I've no idea what that's about, mate. But happy birthday to you. 21st, wow. I wish it was fucking 21 again. Have a great day, Patrick, mate, and lots of love to you. Many happy returns.
Happy birthday, man.
Cape Town Muslim, evening guys. All the players primed for the last push. Believe. Jack said, "Come on, Barca." I'm going to take that as in to say, "Bring on Barca." I'm going to reword it for you, mate.
Yeah.
Bring on Barca, because I don't know if you're a Liverpool fan or not, but you are now.
I think that's a Busquets.
What have you got? Evan Guest said, over the 2 legs there'll be plenty of goals for both. I'm expecting both the Barca games to be very similar in nature to Tottenham Manchester City. I don't know what to expect.
Games.
I don't know what to expect, because I expected that against City earlier on this season when they came and, I won't say parked the bus, but were a lot more respectful to us than they've been previously. They didn't want to go head to head with us at Anfield.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to play the Tottenham like games.
Was anybody else shitting it when Virgil went down? Jason Collins Mannion shitting it, mate?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. What a games at SDC. What else have we got? The 5-star Reds are winning the Premier League, said Guillermo. Especially when it's Kevin, I'm a prick friend. Oh, the referee. I thought he was talking about the song for a sec. Burnley might park a historic bus on Sunday. I love the build up by Sean Dyche, by the way. Have you seen Sean Dyche being interviewed ahead of this game? Oh, he's letting it know in no uncertain terms that Burnley are going to be up for this.
They will love it more than Kevin Keegan's style just to mess it up. He'll take a lot of satisfaction.
He's a red.
Yeah,
he's a red.
From ruining the party for someone like City, they would love that.
He's at home now, chewing on gravel, waiting, ready to go. Worms in the little bucket beside him. Chris said, "Hi Craig, great win today over the City now. Tough match. It is definitely a tough match away at Burnley. All we can do is keep putting the points on the board." What are we on now? 91 points?
Yeah. 97 is looking very, very likely.
Yeah, 91 points on the board with 2 games to play, and we still might not win the final.
But even the points total we have now,
it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's brilliant.
I mean, that would have done us so many times.
I love them both, but sometimes they both go for glory rather than. But that's what forwards do, Khalil. I mean, forwards are naturally greedy, mate.
Salah's not going to score by constantly popping the ball off to other people after he takes a half a dribble.
Yeah, I mean, look, I understand, but I think forwards as just are selfish. I think it's just selfish.
That's exactly how it is. Yeah, I know what people are saying as well. You watch him, and it's like, yeah, give it off here, give it off there. But I just think that's just the way he plays to get himself back into form. He wants to score goals. I don't think he's going to do it any other way.
If Burnley beats Barcelona, can win 10. If Burnley wins, Barcelona can win 10-0. I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I get what you mean. Look, yeah, I'd love both. I'd love a double, but if he offered me one or the other right now, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say what I've said all season in the Premier League.
Bin the Champions League straight away.
Sure, it's just Diet Chav been sipping £3 beer. He has. Posh boy here is on the £3 beer. I'm on the Diet Chav. If Burnley, no, we've already done that one. Man, you want Icardi. Personally, I would hate somebody like that at Liverpool. I think Icardi's a very good player. His wife and agent has already come out though and said that he's going to stay in Italy next season. I read those quotes I think last week. Wait, what else have we got? Did you hear Sterling saying nobody wants Liverpool to win the league? Fuck Sterling, honestly. Again, lots of respect to what he's doing around racism, but he can shut the fuck up after that. Forwards are greedy, said Liverpool Football Club. I'm not soft. Salah has 8 assists and 21 goals. Sterling has 17 goals.
Oh, he said earlier on that I believe if that's you said that Salah has had a better season than Sterling, so somebody probably called him a soft lad.
Oh, he has. No, you were right, mate. You are absolutely right, Damien. We were saying that earlier on. It was very close even before this game, but there's been a PR push for Raheem Sterling to get Premier League Player of the Year. There's no denying that. That doesn't mean you can say that there's been a PR push, but that doesn't take away from the good work he's doing.
No.
But it doesn't also, the good work he's doing is fuck all to do with the stats on a football pitch. Do you know what I mean? He's had a good season.
Yeah. No, he's had an excellent season.
And he's a very good footballer.
On every level, he's had an excellent season. But Van Dijk deserves to win Player of the Year more. They can be separate. You're not mutually exclusive, you know.
And he will win it tomorrow night or Sunday night. Sorry,
it's a done deal.
I'd love to see Sterling's face if they drop points on Sunday and Van Dijk's up there collecting
and he's Premier League, his shiny suit,
Premier League Team of the Year award. Because I definitely promise you, Raheem Sterling has practiced a speech in front of the mirror at home. Promise you he has. Probably has a team of screenwriters there making the fucking speech from.
Van Dijk could just walk up and be like, "Well, obviously," and walk off again.
City will be beaten by the Jurassic Park dinosaurs. I think it means Burnley. Will beat Barca home anyway, said the Musk. Who said Salah's a one season wonder? And I'm a Man United fan. Let's swap. You can take Lingard. You can keep Mr. P head, mate. Yeah, no thanks. Lingard watching one game against City frustrated me more than Mohamed Salah's frustrated me his entire time at Liverpool. Like,
I have very little time for Jesse Lingard and any of his various antics.
Opinion on a possible Mane transfer to Madrid. I swear I've answered this question 500 times. They asked last season what we wanted. Klopp said 172 million plus Vinicius Jr. So Real Madrid knew right there and then that they weren't getting him. Since then he signed a new deal. He's going nowhere. None of the front three are going anywhere. Imagine the Golden Boot winner not being in the Team of the Year, nominated for the PFA, said Ella.
Yeah, that just highlights the stupidity of when they vote, how early in the season they vote. Which, you know, with technology these days, you should be able to do that in a couple of days. You should be voting around now.
Wayne Clark said, "This is our year, we believe. Come on the Reds. Red Army marching up next. Barcelona, R.I.P. Barca."
Nice confidence there.
VVD best defender in the world, said Lewis.
Not a doubt.
Tippy said, "Sterling and Salah were equal till this game, plus the media pushed his win." Sometimes I like to put Ambi Puree air freshener up his Gary Glitter.
Oh.
Good man, Mr. Steamer.
You got to keep it fresh.
What I'm wondering though, you say you like to put the Ambi up the L, but is it one of those timed runs? You know, so you don't have to do any work.
Yeah.
Just put the battery in, and just goes off every few minutes. Get a fresh little asshole.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah,
Treat
no,
yourself,
keep
mate.
us, yeah, keep us in.
Posh boys like you on the posh beer. He's on the Ambi
He's
pure.
on the Ambi
None of this
pure.
little or Aldi air
No, he's even
fresheners.
get that, and Mr. Price will stick it right up there, like.
What have we got here? Gareth, if Burnley you watch. Oh, you mean he's going to draw points against them? Crouch hat-trick at the weekend, said Ant. Oh, Crouchy. Hat-trick of headers, just because we were talking about it. Salah could win the Golden Boot and not player of the season. Well, he won't be player of the season. That's definitely not happening.
No, I'm lingering on that Peter Crouch thought for a minute. A last minute Peter Crouch header.
And then full on robot.
Oh, he would do that robot all the way to Anfield. He'd just walk out of Turf Moor and robot all the way up to Anfield.
Rips off his top and he has a Mo Salah t-shirt.
Give up then. Never play football again after it. That's it. Done. No need to do anything else.
Oh, Crouchy. Cater was special tonight.
Yeah.
Would absolutely agree with that. In summer would love us to buy Zaha. Do you know what? I've been thinking a lot about Wilfried Zaha in our team. There's been a bit of it spoken about in the media. I don't know how much he'd cost, and that's always my worry when it comes time to look at the Premier League transfer.
You're talking the 70 million market for him.
He's I don't know, guys. What do you think in the chat? Would you like to see Wilfried Zaha at Liverpool in the summer? Would you take him? Personally, I would.
Yeah.
I would take him. As long as we can afford the player, I don't really give a shit what the cost is. As long as we can afford the player.
Exactly. You leave it to the guys that manage the money. Go, we can afford him. Cool.
Kate is finally coming out of his shell, said Lewis. I mean, he came out firing tonight right from the start.
Yeah.
The finish as well into the bottom corner was just class.
Yeah, that early on in the game as well. But terrible mistake by their defender, but switched on straight away. Salah, Keita. That was it for them then. Their game plan was out the window.
Should have gone with the old pass it back and lump it up.
Yeah.
To the left hand side.
Don't play it back.
If we learned anything from this, it's when you have a kick off, go long upfield like we've spoken about.
Full back, long diagonal. Don't be going near the goalkeeper, especially not against Liverpool.
Robertson is better than David Alaba, said Khalil. Craig, what's your prediction for Barcelona? 2-1 to Barca or 2-2 in the first leg? I think we'll definitely be going through though. I just think either a score draw away or we lose by 1 away.
This dude here, 1-1 in Barcelona and 3-1 at Anfield.
That sounds reasonable enough, mate.
I
don't think you're a million miles off possibly with that. Imagine being United, said Sassy. Nah, fuck him.
You're alright. No, but I know what you're saying. 5-0 to Lucky Fiverbirds.
Yeah, oh, okay. We'll just pass over that one.
No
no messing around Wednesday, said Rod. Henderson was awesome again, said Paul Turner. Zaha fee too high, can be very inconsistent, said Ella. Shot transfer news, LFC to sign Pogba as a sort of unpaid work experience programme.
That's about as much as he'd be worth, I think.
Isn't Peter Crouch injured? I don't know.
He might be.
Honestly, I've no idea. I don't even know if he gets much of a run out for Burnley these days.
He's only got a few minutes. They bought him as a kind of a whatever. I was going to say joke, but it's not a joke.
Great to see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain back. Just wish that he got that goal when he came on. Yeah, we're right behind you on that one. Don't want any players who've been at Man United, even if it wasn't their fault. That's brilliant.
Someone accidentally sold them to United.
We should sign Thanos in the summer, said Aditya.
The actual Thanos.
I don't know who Thanos is.
He's one of those gods from one of those. Thanos is a superhero god character, something like that.
We have Virgil van Dijk. Why do we need another one?
Yeah, Crouch is injured.
How was Ozil the most paid player in the league? He's not the highest paid player. Alexis Sanchez gets more money than Mesut Ozil's $350 a week. Alexis Sanchez is $450 a week. I've heard Sancho leaves Dortmund and Zaha is going to Dortmund. Well, look, from what I've read, and of course everything is up for debate, Dortmund really, really, really want Thorgan Hazard, is what I've read. Borussia Mönchengladbach want to try and keep him, but Thorgan Hazard wants to go and join Dortmund.
He said he's leaving, definitely. He won't sign a new contract.
And why, if you are that kid and you want your Sancho, why the fuck would you go to United right now? Man, not for me, honestly.
And why would you ask kids to get you out of that position?
He's alright where he is, I think, Sancho, for another year or two. If I was advising him, I'd be saying, stay here, mate. You're still young, nothing's going to change.
Yeah, your next move could be Barcelona or back to Manchester City.
More Champions League experience next year with Dortmund. I'd love to have James Maddison and Harry Maguire, said Alex Gomez.
I'd take the first one.
I don't want Maguire.
I wouldn't take Maguire, no.
I don't want anyone that has a bigger head than me playing.
No.
Ozil 350 grand a week. What a joke. Said Boya, Zaha quality player, but his work ethic wouldn't suit Klopp's style of play. I remember reading a piece with Cascarino where Cascarino was saying he noticed when we played against Palace that we were paying particular attention to Zaha and that Klopp was focusing a lot on Zaha during the game.
Well, but at the same time, he is their biggest threat. So, again, you can imagine the fume. Like, he's already has a reputation as a diver. I don't think I'd need that. I'd want the hassle.
What did you think of Sturridge's display tonight, Craig? He looked like a man who was a little bit disappointed that he didn't get a sign-off goal. I don't think his performance deserved a goal, if I'm being honest. I don't think he played too well. Could have been a rhythm thing. Could have been that he's lost a bit of sharpness. I don't know.
There was that chance at the end that when he shot from an angle that he tried to outside and he was never going to
gone
score.
full on Sevilla again in the Europa League final.
It was just never
in Basel.
Definitely desperate to score. You can only imagine how desperate he is to score one more time at Anfield.
Roberto said you're not having the Ibala, mate. 2-3 weeks ago you were shouting to get him out of your club. You were saying you didn't want him, that he was a drama queen, that he wasn't pulling his weight. I think I'm correct in saying that, if memory serves. And Allegri, you wanted Allegri out as well.
Yeah.
Thought that Naby was sensational tonight, said Will. David Lone, how are you, mate? Welcome in. Guys, look, last show, if you haven't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. I just want to see how far we can get the channel in our first year. I can't believe we've gone over 12k.
You never do that. It's up there.
It gets you because it's reverse. So sometimes I'm looking at this and I want to fix me top, and I'm like this. I'm on the wrong side to try and fix it. And thank you to everyone that has subscribed this season, by the way. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you all this year. And of course, please do drop a like on the stream as well. Sanchez gets paid 450 grand a week, comes on as a sub in the 89th minute, and when they're being slapped by Everton. But he did make that video playing the piano. So
that's
there is that. I swear to this day that Alexis Sanchez was signed just to stop City signing him.
100%.
I'm still convinced of that. They had no plan what to do with him. They just wanted him not to go to City.
Did you read that story that came out in the Times today about they rang Southampton to find out if they could take Van Dijk to see if he was available, like at 2 minutes to the time that we signed him. Like, he'd already done a medical with Liverpool, and Ed Woodward rang him up going, oh, is he for sale? Could we buy him? Lad, he's done a medical. That's how stupidly organised they are. Like,
great, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's fucking brilliant. Long may it last. Boya said, please keep Sturridge away from Leicester.
Yeah, okay.
I don't even, what was Sturridge's relationship like with Rodgers, actually? I don't.
Decent enough. I don't think Rodgers gets on brilliantly.
Mate, where Boya wants to start worrying if he sees Alberto Moreno rocking up, mate, that's when although they've got Ben Chilwell, they don't need Alberto Moreno, to be fair.
Fantastic left back.
Mane and Salah will find out for the Golden Boots at Good Day Podcast. Great to have you in. Might be Sturridge's last season. Will 100% be Sturridge's last season at Liverpool. Contract's up at the end of the season. I can't see it being renewed. It's just best for everybody if he moves on. And look, I hope he has a couple of good years wherever he goes.
An actual question from the Steamer.
Hang on one sec, I'll get to Mr. Steamers. Roberto said, yes I did, but you say things in the spur of the moment, but I want Allegri out. Mate, I'm always saying things in the spur of the moment.
It was post-game.
If I was held to the things I say, mate, I'd be an absolute hypocrite. So I get where you're coming from, Roberto. Right, Mr. Steamer. Question. I'm shocked. There's not a touch of his arse in this one at all.
This is...
Are we at a point where we think the league is done and we're concentrating on the Champions League, but they could slip?
No.
Well, look, put it this way. Tonight was a nod towards Wednesday, with a look with we're not taking any chances on players that might be injured, and it paid off massively. So now we're going into that game. Van Dijk might have a bruised foot. I mean, I'm sure he'll be okay by next Wednesday. I mean, we've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, so lots of time to recover. Our two forwards are absolutely buzzing now after bagging in a couple tonight. Our full-backs are brimming full of confidence. Alisson has kept number 20 clean sheet in the Premier League for the season, so...
Lovren got minutes.
Yeah.
Gomez got minutes. Chamberlain got minutes. I just think it's about good squad management. It's realising that we're still in 2 competitions.
It was a perfect night.
Yeah.
Perfect night all around. I still want to know about the red beer though. Anybody at the stadium? Was there many people buying the red Carlsbergs? Drake with Aguero picture please, said Dara. Absolutely. Drizzy, I know Drizzy's a big fan. I'm sure he's subscribed.
I've heard about this thing where someone talks to Drake and then they lose.
Drizzy, if you're watching, if you can't get on, mate, just hotline bling me. You know what I mean? Just hit me up, Drizzy. You know I'm always here.
It's the same number he always had.
I'm one of his ghost riders. He doesn't like to say it, but
one of his 15.
Probably. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I fucking love Drake.
Pray for that fair. Pigeon. Pray for him.
That pigeon didn't die in vain.
No. I can feel we're going to tactical beat this with Barcelona.
I think it's possible Barcelona won't know what hit them when we play there on Wednesday. Breaking Huddersfield feasting on dead pigeon post match. Feasting on a dead pigeon? Is there much eating in a pigeon? I can't imagine there is. Can feel we're going to tactically beat Barca or destroy Barca, said Dirty Girl. May the dead pigeon rest in peace, said Douglas James Horn. Absolutely. Lots of love for the pigeon. Is it a fucking pigeon? Has it been confirmed as a pigeon?
No. I think it's 4,000 tickets they got, wasn't it?
For Barca?
Yeah.
Somebody asked that.
Yeah.
4,000, mid 4,000s and 5 disabled tickets. 5 wheelchair accessible seats.
Not 500.
In a stadium of 100,000 capacity, Liverpool were given, they were given 4,500 roughly, I believe, and 5 wheelchair accessible seats, which is just not good enough, to be fair. Whatever about the capacity at the 4,000, and 4,000 at 119 quid a ticket, I think.
Yeah, basically €120 like.
Which is just a piss take again from Spanish clubs. I don't even want to put it at the feet of Barcelona because it's been done by Sevilla and I think a few other clubs as well, I think.
Yeah.
Imagine Rafa stopping us. He won't.
Chap there had a red one.
Where you go? Which?
Oh, you're out there. Down. So, Antico. He had a red Carlsberg and went down well.
Oh, nice, Ant. Nice. Much was it, mate? I'm full of questions on the red Carlsberg tonight, mate. Did you keep the bottle as well, or did they let you keep the bottle? Because are they plastic bottles? Yeah, I think they give out plastic bottles.
Oh, plastic, right? Okay, yeah.
I think so. Did you keep the bottle and how much was it, mate? I'm going for £3.50.
Right, okay. I was going to go more, but it is Liverpool, so it's not London football prices. It's Liverpool prices. £4.
Who would you drop from our midfield if Alcantara came? Nobody, because I don't want them.
Yeah.
That's my honest opinion. Gary Neville and Sky drains me, said Dave. What happened at full time? Nothing. I didn't see anything at full time. Did you notice anything? Have you decided your midfield 3 for Barcelona? Henderson, Gini, Fabinho for me.
I'd say Henderson, Milner and Fabinho.
I absolutely believe that as well, yeah. He's gone for the tried and tested trio, hasn't he? A few times away in Europe.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll entirely go back to last year, but I think Fabinho guaranteed, Henderson guaranteed. So I think there's only one spot really. I think Fabinho, Henderson guaranteed.
I would say Henderson and Gini guaranteed.
Right, okay.
And Fabinho or Milner is the other, but it's a great headache to have. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. You've got the experience of James Milner. Don't worry about the Newcastle and Barca are too close together. No, not really. Newcastle game is Saturday, and so Wednesday, Saturday night, and then are we Tuesday or Wednesday for the following tie? The home leg against Barca.
The second one is probably must be the Tuesday.
Thankfully, the journey isn't too far from Newcastle to Liverpool anyway. It's not the longest Premier League trip, so I don't know is the honest answer. Wednesday, fly back, rest Thursday. Yeah, there's going to be fuck all preparation ahead of the game, to be fair.
It'll all be done already, I'd say, a lot of it, as much as they can. But Klopp talks about that often, that sometimes even the biggest games, you have two days to prepare for them, you just have to do it. That's just the way it is.
Drop a like, peeps, said David Gray, and please do. As I said, thank you to everyone that subscribed. The numbers are still ticking along, so thank you for that. Ajax are 100% losing their players next season. Unfortunately, it looks like that's the case. Obviously De Jong is gone already. De Ligt looks like he's going to move on. A couple, Neres maybe as well. Another Ziyech will be looked at, and probably a couple more as well.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's what happens. But Ajax prepared for that. They say like, well, look at the amount of money we'll have.
I like Mr. Cumflap Steamer. Hit the like button or fuck off, you melts. Absolute legend. Thank you, mate. Why don't City have fans? I don't know, mate. I can't answer that question for you. That red Carlsberg was the drink very red. 30. It's not just me. Lots of people want to know about the red Carlsberg. I'm looking out for Ant's reply here now as well. Does anyone know if Ramsey is decent? I think he is, and I'm absolutely amazed, still amazed that Arsenal let him go on a free. Yeah, I mean, at the time he wanted Ozil money, and at the time of this season in question, he was doing Ozil numbers. I don't know.
He's class on his day. He's a very, very unpredictable player. He can be brilliant, but he can be pretty anonymous as well.
I think I'd go as far as to say I think he'll be better than Emre Can for Juventus if he's on his day.
I'm not.
I think you're getting a better player if he's on his day and if he's available. Would you play Gomez versus Barcelona? Said Scotty, yes, mate. A right back.
That's what you were saying. You were saying it earlier on. You'd fancy Gomez for Trent.
Yeah, I just think it's something that Kloppo's done before in these big games.
Has he got enough under his legs, or in his legs?
I don't know. It's a good question. It's a fair question. I guess we'll find out on Wednesday. Was free in a small cup. Oh, they were giving out tastes of it. Oh, that's nice.
Okay, sorry, right. Yeah.
That's class.
Okay.
Fair play.
Okay.
That's nice of them. And thank you, Ant, for letting us know, buddy. Appreciate it. Give me Ajax, a dirty girl. Who's your man of the match tonight? I mean, you could go. We've gone Mane, Salah, Robbo.
I'm giving it to Mane. I know Robbo got it from Sky, but I'm going with Mane.
I'm sitting on the fence for once.
Okay.
I'm sitting on the fence. Yeah. I can understand everybody's argument here. What else we got?
Henderson was excellent as well.
We're on the brink of something special, said Gary Richards. I don't know what the fuck it is, but something's going to happen. What else we got? I think his comments turned the fans against Emre Can. Oh, I don't know. I don't really have anything against Emre Can.
I just never saw him do anything brilliant in a game or do anything that was like special. I just thought he was someone say that overhead kick or whatever, but I never.
Yeah, that was pretty special.
I never saw what it was about him. I never really saw what it was that he did.
Sometimes he looked like a Rolls Royce, and other times he looked a little bit off the pace.
I think he just looked good.
Well, he was a handsome bastard. There's too many man crushes for me in football, to be honest. I
thought he was physically too big. He always just looked a little bit too big.
By big, do you mean overweight or
no? Just too fucking big, like too huge, too heavy to have a really good first touch, to be quick.
Imagine if Grujic put on a stone of muscle.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a fucking beast, that lad.
It's very interesting to know actually whether he's a decent player or not, because I heard those stories about us. If he's going, we want 37 million.
I don't think he's going. I think we're going to loan him out again.
That's a guarantee. It's a guarantee that he's going to be there next year in Germany.
Would you rather Tottenham or Ajax in the final? Ajax, 100%. And it's not because I despise Tottenham. I don't like playing English clubs in Europe.
Exactly. It's just boring.
Let alone in a final.
God no, it's boring.
Ajax, but I've respect for Spurs as a club.
You want to play those exotic fantasy teams. 2
goals and an assist from Salah. Plus, it would be a very sexy European Cup final. A young, hungry Ajax team against what I'd consider a young Liverpool team, but not as young as Ajax. Go on.
Someone with the Emre Can overhead kick show. But that was it, mate. Take that one out. We've all seen that one. We all know that one. Now name another one. He was here 4 fucking years. Like, what did he ever do apart from comb his hair? I know, Weston, but like when did he ever really win us a game? Take a game by the scruff and neck.
Plus, that goal against Watford was all down to the ball in from my man, Lucas Leiva. Yeah. It doesn't matter, it was a beautiful overhead kick that was ridiculous and absolutely brilliant. It was all to do with Lucas Leiva.
6 a.m, dude. Oh.
If Burnley gets a draw, Liverpool players will have Viagra pumped into their veins. Well, it seems Bobby started off a little bit early.
Yeah. And John Henry as well had his half time.
Yeah, he obviously, I don't know, he looked like he might have had a cheeky little half time upper or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Very composed performance, said Alex Rodriguez. It was a class performance, mate. Everything we'd hoped to see tonight was encapsulated in that performance. 5-0, clean sheet, 2 goals for Salah, 2 goals for Mane, another one for Naby Keita inside a minute. Pumped is a great way of saying it for Liverpool Football Club. Look, ladies and gents, we are going to do 5 more minutes and then call it a night because it's a long out day when you're starting from 7.
Yeah, very tired.
Bolton versus Brentford called off due to wage issues. Oh yes, I've seen that around Bolton. That is very sad.
Bolton are big trouble.
Lucas Leiva, one of the true great humans. I love Lucas Leiva. As I keep saying, I named my son after Lucas Leiva. Why do people hate Emre Can? I don't know if anybody does hate Emre Can. No. Well, I don't know. I can't speak. Hate. Maybe we've missed comments or something. I don't hate him, Roberto. Not at all.
Just don't think he's a very good player.
I don't even not think he's a good player. I just don't think he was up for the fight in the Premier League.
I just don't think he's special.
He probably suits Italian football better.
He's great.
To be fair,
but I just don't think he's a special footballer, and I could never understand why people were so upset that we were losing him. It's like, guys, you could replace Emre Can with 10 other players, and you wouldn't be any worse off.
Will there be more guests for the Barca watch along? I don't know. Z is the honest answer. We haven't even sat down to talk about it yet. It could be just me. There could be more of us here. Connor might join me. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, buddy. I will, of course, let you know over the course of the weekend. What day is it? It's Friday, isn't it? 100 games, 69 goals for Salah. Has smashed our record goal scorer. What else we got? Scrambled nuts unsalted, $4.50. I don't know what that means, Rod, but yeah, I like some nuts, mate. There's a joke in there as well.
That's expensive.
Well done today, lads. Long day for you both, said Kev, mate. Thank you. And Kev, thank you for running the Instagram account as well. Kev runs our Instagram account at Anfield Agenda on Instagram if you're on there. Twitter as well, run by October and occasionally myself. It's at Anfield Agenda on Twitter. If you want to follow Connor Crosby, it's at Connor Crosby _. I think I'll probably get that wrong. And myself, it's at Craig the Host. Really straightforward. If you want to give us a follow on Twitter, Brian Morrissey on Twitter, or what's? Brian doesn't give a fuck about Twitter, basically. Just Google some nonce on Twitter and Brian will show up. Just Google posh beer nonce and Brian will pop up. Beer nonce. Posh beer nonce, because there's probably a lot of beer nonces, to be fair. You have to stand out with your Twitter handle. Breakfast in Thailand. See you, said Z. My pleasure, mate. 41 goals from Mo Mane, same as Southampton whole team this season. That is nuts. Right, look, ladies and gents, we are going to call that a night. Thank you to everyone that subscribed. Thank you to everyone that watched the streams. If you haven't subscribed before you head off, please do hit that button and drop a like on the stream. As always, Brian, pleasure, mate. Thank you for coming and introducing me to expensive beer. I'm forever in your debt now for that one.
An educator.
He is. He's an educator. Look, again, thank you guys. Take care of your families. Tell your loved ones that you love them, and up the motherfucking Reds.